Well, welcome to King of Kings Life Coaching and Ministries. Today we're going to be talking about age, maturity, growth, spirituality, and being no longer a minor. Most people don't realize that when you're hearing the word minority, they're not talking about a small number. They're not talking about 3 out of 10 or 400 million. There's 40 out of 400 million. It's 40 million out of 400 million. No, they're not talking about that. They're talking about your mental capacity. The age of majority deals with maturity. Let's start off with this scripture real quick. 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I spake as a child. I understood as a child. I thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. I stopped doing childish things. I started picking up my own, here you go, a teenager. And now he's saying, hey, I'm 18 years old. I'm getting ready to go to college. You know, you can't keep treating me like a child. We don't want to use the word kid because that means animal husbandry or animal. But don't treat me like a child. I'm 18 years old. Well, if really, your room is a mess. It's messed up. Look at your room. It's dirty. Nobody wants to take a person serious when they're still acting like a child. So peep game. Today you got a lot of childish young people out here. They call themselves men, women, whatever your pronoun is, I don't care. Many of you ain't or are not capable of being in a position to govern other people. Damn sure can't govern yourself. So if you can't govern yourself, why are you trying to control other people? Here's another one. Beanie Siegel said these words. What up, Beanie? Prince Raul Tebel, Dave Bino. Respect to you. He said, most people are like 4 quarters. They'll change for a dollar. Peep that. People will change for a dollar because they're like 4 quarters. They already changed. They're already flipping for bills. They'll do anything for it. People are online running scams and calling people and just for money, fame, popularity. You see this thing right now on TikTok. People are running around here talking about, oh, you join this organization, you have money, power, fame, and fortune, and we're going to give you this and give you that. Stop hustling, man. I'll give you $25. You ain't getting no more than that. And I ain't mad at your hustle, but I'm glad we met because I'm getting ready to go through this experience so I can see what type of mindset you have. People running around here thinking they're adults when they're just children, they're minors. Let's take a document, for example. I'm going to read it to you first. From the Department of States, United States of America, to all whom these presents shall come greetings. I certify that this document hereunto annexed is under the seal of the Secretary of State, the states of particular state, and that such seal is entitled to full faith and credit, respect as an adult. Majority rules. If you're a minor, you have no rulership over yourself. When you're majority, you got things in order. You pick up on yourself. You say you're 18, you're on your way to college, you're cleaning up your room. You got things organized, you're ready. You got your application filled out. You got your scholarships, you got grants filled out. You're ready to go. The document goes on to say, in testimony whereof, I, John F. Kerry, Secretary of State, have hereunto caused the seal of this Department of State to be affixed and my name subscribed by the Assistant Authentication Officer of the said department at the City of Washington in the District of Columbia this 23rd day of June, 2016. Full faith and credit. Age of majority. Paul said, when I became a man, I put away childish things. People are still acting like children, and yet they want the attention, they want the respect, they want the power, they want the wealth. It is he that gives us the power. It is the Spirit, is the Creator who gives us the power to get wealth. Period. No matter what is going on in this world. Let's check this out. In the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, age is a cycle of dispensation. Yeshua was acquainted with the cycles of ages or spiritual development of which the natural man knew nothing. Now, this word is key. The natural man knowing nothing, he's a minor. Knew nothing. Yeshua came to the end of the age. Age to mortal man is the measurement of the life or existence of a person or thing. A measurement. It is based upon the false concept of time as reality when it is not. What is the signal of your presence and the completion of this age? Now go to the book of Matthew 24:3. People don't understand the scams and the tricks and the lies. And here's the book. You can go check it out. The scams and the tricks and the lies, the borrowed time you've been on, the myths of opportunity, the myths of opportunity that you've been lying to people and promising them this, and this is over. And the government shall be upon his shoulders, and he shall be called the Prince of Peace, Wonderful Counselor. What is that saying? Govern yourself. That's what that's saying. We don't want to govern ourselves because we want other people we want things to be taken care of. I got a guy for this. I got this. I get this person to take care of that. I got this. I got that. And in reality, you're actually being subdued or subject or subjected under documentations that you don't control or own. And if you don't own it, somebody else owns it. Somebody else controls it. You're subject. You're a child. You're a minor. Most people today are minors. They want to call themselves adults, but I'm telling you, they're looking at you like you're still a child. The phrase, the government shall be upon his shoulders, is from the book of Isaiah 9:6-7. And it describes the Messiah's future reign and authority. A wise man looks into the future and prepares and plans for that future. He doesn't act like a child, run out and play all day and then come home and expect things to be taken care of for him. He gets up and takes care of himself. He does it himself. Most people don't want to do the work. They want things to come at ease. That's the impoverished mindset. That's a welfare mentality. I'm not dissing you if you're on welfare. Some people need it. I'm not dissing you if you're in poverty. Some people need it to help them grow. But you can't blame other people because they get in office or because there's a Project 2025. Because you have not planned for yourself. You have no community. You're poor. Poor means what? Unsupported. Unsupported. When people are unsupported, they have no support. You think these agencies support you when they working off of a democracy? The mob rules? You need to be in the republic. And the republic starts with the state of mind, the conscious pineal gland that is open and it's in operation to the higher or the upper rooms in consciousness with the Creator. That way you live and breathe and you have your being. It signifies that he will be the ruler and king, carrying the burden of government. A burden of government. Government of one's own self. Let's look at Matthew 18 and 3. Truly I tell you, unless you turn, become like the children, or become like children, you will never enter into the kingdom of heaven. Now, this verse emphasizes the importance of humility and faith in the path towards salvation, using the example of children who are naturally dependent upon trusting. I am handing you a bouquet of roses. This bouquet of roses may not be exactly what you want, but it's exactly what you need. They may not be the color you want, but it's something you need. Smell them. Inhale, exhale. Breathe. Realize your potential and move forward in this world. The ones that are running around here acting like little spoiled brats, thinking that they're in control and running and ruling things in this world, they're ruining things, and yet their karma is doing exactly what this clock is doing in 4, 3, 2, 1. Out of here.